This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, July 2nd, but the year was 1505. After an encounter with a violent thunderstorm, Martin Luther survives and declares that he will become a monk. It was on this day, 1776, that New Jersey gives the right to vote to all adults who could show a net worth of £50 or a little over $100. It was on this day, 1839, slaves aboard a Spanish schooner, La Amistad, revolt to secure their freedom. It was on this day, another thunderstorm. But the year was 1843, one of the most unusual events recorded. According to the Charleston, South Carolina newspaper, an alligator falls from the sky during a terrible thunderstorm. When it hit the ground, it showed how angry it was. It struck St. Paul's Church. No one was seriously injured. In looking at the alligator, he couldn't have gotten there, they said, any other way. It was decided unanimously that the alligator rained down. Besides, eyewitnesses said, the alligator had a look of wonder and bewilderment about him that showed plainly enough that he must have gone through a remarkable experience. By last accounts, the alligator is doing well, considering his sailing through the sky in such bad weather. It was on this day, 1863, second day of the Battle of Gettysburg. It was on this day, 1881, that President James Garfield is shot by an assassin. Garfield will die 79 days later. It was on this day, 1901, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid robbed a train, receiving $40,000. It was on this day, 1937, Amelia Earhart disappears flying over the Pacific Ocean. It was on this day, 1955, The Lawrence Welk Show premieres on ABC. This day, 1962, Sam Walton opens his first Walmart store in Rogers, Arkansas. This day, 1992, Braniff Airlines goes out of business. It was on this day, 2002, Steve Fawcett becomes the first person to fly solo around the world nonstop in a balloon. But that was July 2nd in the past. This is July 2nd, 2020. Troubling videos show police retreating from the New York City Hall after protesters had seen the approval of a budget that cut by $1 billion expenses in the New York Police Department. Obviously, it's not enough. The protesters roared back, "Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets." In January of this year, Tesla became the world's second most valuable automaker when it surpassed Volkswagen. Now, Tesla is worth twice as much as Volkswagen. This week, Tesla overcame Toyota becoming the world's most valuable automaker in an attempt to replace internal combustion engines, which have dominated for 130 years. Elon Musk has ignored or broken almost all of the rules of the auto industry in the past 10 years, selling cars online, keeping his assembly plant in high-cost California. Facebook's efforts to avoid a major advertiser boycott have failed. The ads for companies like Starbucks to Coca-Cola will begin to disappear from the social media platform this week. And now Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg has agreed to meet with the advertisers. United Airlines plans to add 25,000 flights to its August schedule. Its domestic schedule is expected to be at 48% of what it was last year during this month. And so there's good news, bad news, confusing news. But behind it all is the good news that this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, July 2nd, 2020.